Hi and welcome to this video about the Certified Kubernetes Administrator exam, also known as a CKA, or Certified Kubernetes Application Developer exam, that's CKAD. In this video, we'll go cover the basic, what is the CKA, what they cover, and how we can prepare for them. The CKA exam are certified by the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, or CNCF, to validate your skill and knowledge as a Kubernetes administrator or the developer. The CKA exam are divided into 5 domains and each cover the different aspects for the Kubernetes administrator. One of these domain is cluster architecture installation and configuration. That's 25% of the exam. That contain a RBAC, and how to install the cluster like a kubebeam, and highly available for the Kubernetes cluster, and the infrastructure to deploy the Kubernetes cluster, and the versioning, upgrade the versioning, and the etcd backup and the restore. The other domain, that's service and networking. That's 20% of the exam. You need to know the host networking configuration on the node and the connectivity between the pods, cluster IP, node port, load balancer service, or endpoints, and how to use the ingress controller or other ingress resources, and how to configure the core DNS, and you know the container network interface plugin, the CNI plugins in the Kubernetes. The other one is workloads and the scheduling, 15%. That's deployments of how to perform rolling update and rolling back. Use the config map secrets to configure the application, how to scale the application, and how to self-healing application. And you need to know how the resource limits can affect the pod scheduling. Also, you need to know the manifest management and command templating. Storage, 10%. You need to storage classes, persistent volumes, volumes mode, access modes, and how to claim it, persistent claim for the pod, and configure the application for the persistent storage. Troubleshooting, that's 30%. You need to evaluate the cluster and node logging, understand how to monitor the application, and manage the container std out and logs, and troubleshooting the application failure, and the component failure and networking. All these 5 domains we're going to cover in the further videos. In each videos, we're going to cover some parts of for example, for the installation, how to create a user, RBAC, or the others domain. The other things you need to know that the CKA environment are currently running on the etcd 3.5, and the Kubernetes version is 1.26, and you should be familiar with these versions and their features. The exam are remotely, that's via the streaming the audio, video, and the screen sharing feeds, and they're going to check your screen, and you can't cheat on the screen. And but you have access to the Kubernetes documentation website. You can check that website, but yeah, you need to know that how to search in the Kubernetes documentation, how to find your stuff, because it's it's just 2 hours. So the main exam, the main purpose of this exam is to know the practical knowledge of the Kubernetes. It's expected to know combine your multiple concept on the single problem. For example, you should know that how the resources connect to each other. That's how the network come from the ingress service, connect to the pod, how to claim the PVC, how to get the volume, how to connect pod, how to connect to secrets, and how it's going to roll, and the RBAC stuff. So you need to understand totally how things working, how the stuff connected to each other. In this video, we use 2 references here, and also the book that's Certified Kubernetes Administrator. If you want to enroll the exam, it's two websites here, but I can show that websites here. Let me show you. Okay, that's CNCF website, the Cloud Native Computing, that you can check the price exam and the exam details here, and you can go to the handout and see how it's working. Or in the Linux Foundation, see the price, and you know that if you enroll the exam, you can do the one retake exam. It's valid for the 3 years. The duration exam is 2 hours. In this course, in this tutorial, we're going to show that how you can manage these 2 hours. For example, you can set some alias, or maybe you need to go to and add auto completion to your shell. Maybe that's help you to reduce the time. And there is a path here, you can cover it, and other things here that you can go for it. So in the next videos, we're going to cover first start with the cluster installation and RBAC and this stuff. Maybe I added one video that's how to know about, for example, first check that the Kubernetes version, how to switch the context, or how to, aliases. It's better to know that when we set up PVC, what does it mean? I mean that you should know that that's kubectl get, for example, the services, the SVC. You can use the short command because it's just 2 hours. That's this video about the CKA. We hope you found the helpful and informative information here. If you have any question or comments, feel free to leave them as a comment section. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your CKA.